Hello and welcome to the weekly fundamental review for the week of May the 16th to May the 20th, 2011. This fundamental review is brought to you by Gate FOREX, www.gateforex.com. Okay, looking at the fundamental data for Monday. Out of Australia, we will see home loans data. Out of Europe, we will see CPI data. This will tell us if there's any pressure on the ECB to lift interest rates again after their 0.25% rate increase. And out of the USA, we will see Ben Bernanke speaking. On Tuesday, starting off in the European session, we get UK CPI data. There is expected to be strong CPI data, and it's well above the target band of 3%, and this is putting huge pressure on the Bank of England to raise interest rates. The CPI data will give us another hint as to when the possible rate rise will come. Out of Europe, we will see German economic sentiment. Germany is the biggest economy in Europe. And then we will see the European economic sentiment for the wider Euro region. Out of the USA, we will see building permits data. On Wednesday, it's a little busier. Out of New Zealand, we will see PPI input data. This in turn shows us if there's any pressure on inflation and any pressure on the Bank of New Zealand to raise interest rates. Out of Australia, we will see consumer sentiment data. Out of the UK, the claimant count change. Out of the UK, MPC meeting minutes. And out of the USA, FOCM meeting minutes. On Thursday, we will see preliminary GDP data from Japan. We will get the annual budget from New Zealand. Traders will be watching this budget especially closely because of the earthquake that New Zealand saw in February and what effect this may have on the budget, government spending, and the overall effect on the New Zealand dollar. Out of the UK, retail sales. Out of Switzerland, economic expectations. Out of the USA, existing home sales, the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, and unemployment claims. Then on Friday, we will see the official cash rate from Japan. There's expected to be no change, but traders will look at the press conference to see what the Bank of Japan may say about the very, very strong yen. Even after the intervention, the yen has fallen back down and is very strong again. Out of Canada, we will see CPI data and we will see core retail sales data. There is the ongoing situation in the Middle East, especially in Europe, but the market is a little bit more focused on the European region and what's happening with Greece. The IMF have had to delay their meeting about the Greece situation due to a scandal with the IMF president, and this meeting has been delayed by a week and will take place next week. That is all for this week. This was brought to you by Gate FOREX, your gate to Forex, www.gateforex.com.